What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'm just playing a little bit of GT Sport on the PS 5 Pro. And of course, we all, Miss K is not oblivious to what's going on in the gaming community. I might not talk about these different subjects one on one on my channel because I believe in, just providing the gameplay and having a good time. But I know, I see the things that are being said and the reports that are being made. And one thing about me, I'm going to research stuff on my own. I'm not going to just sit there and listen to one particular content creator. I'm going to look it up myself and actually go to the different, corporations and see what they're saying. When there's something going on with PlayStation, I go straight to PlayStation and research as much as I can, try to find correct, sources and stuff like that, sources that are reliable. And because this is a hobby that we all enjoy. This is what we do in our downtime. We're all gamers, in this community. At least that's what we're supposed to be. And we're consumers, So I don't like when these big corporations, and it could be any of them. It could be Sony, it could be PlayStation, it could be Xbox, it could be Nintendo. I don't like when any of these corporations, so to speak, hold back and don't tell the truth. Tell the truth. And everything. Don't hide stuff, but, it happens. Things happen. My thoughts on the situation, of course, things that are going on in the community because people are talking about it. My thoughts on it is that, and it's always been this way, these corporations are all about the money. I don't get personally invested in, or get, emotionally attached. Yes, I do love, I like gaming. I do. This is one thing that I like to do in my spare time. But I don't have an allegiance to a particular. And if you get, I don't have an allegiance to a particular corporation because I feel like all of them greedy and they all want money. However, we do have preferences. Whatever meets our lifestyle. Everybody is allowed to have a preference. There's nothing wrong with that. And the banter, that goes on back and forth on social media is just what it is. It's just banter. People can say whatever. This is a free country. People can say whatever they want to say. Who am I to judge? Me personally, I just like gaming on all platforms. Do I have a preference? Yes, I have a preference. I got a couple of PCs. I have the PS5 Pro. I have a Nintendo Switch 2. I have the MSI Claw, I believe. And I have the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, I pretty much got everything, and because I don't want to be limited to one particular, locked down on one particular ecosystem. I don't. PlayStation, I like my single player games over here. I don't do a lot of multiplayer on PlayStation because I'm not paying to play online. That's just me. Even with Xbox, I have a Series X, and a lot of the games that I play on there, some are multi-plat, some are, I can go online if I want to, but I'm mainly on PC. Now I do when Game Pass was first out, I did think I had the Ultimate Edition because I got a good deal on the subscriptions that I was able to acquire, but now I just got PC, Game Pass. That's all I need. And I'm gonna be real with you. These corporations don't want us to own anything. That's the future. They don't want us owning anything. Physical media, physical games and stuff. They don't want us owning anything. They want everything to be subscription based. You know why? They make more money that way. Think about the TV shows and stuff that we look at. Amazon Prime and Hulu and all these places like that. They make money off of our subscriptions. It's the same thing in gaming. They don't want you to own anything. And I think that's wrong because it's my choice if I want to go buy a physical game and keep it in my collection. If I want to collect physical copies, that's my choice. But these corporations, just look at the big picture. They don't want us owning anything. And if you just want to be real, and I ain't trying to preach, but I'm gonna get a little spiritual with you for a minute. When we die and leave this world, we can't take none of this stuff with us anyway. That's the fact. You can't take your video games with you. I do respect the, people that want to keep their physical copies of games and movies. I understand that because I have certain games and movies I want to keep. But at the end of the day, we can't take none of this stuff with us. We just enjoy it while we are here in the land of the living. And that's all we can do. So can control what, do what makes you happy, control what you can control. Again, if you want to be spiritual, God is in control of everything. So it is what it is. Anyway, it's your girl, Miss K. Y'all continue to be positive. Continue to, keep playing your games. Support these developers and support these systems. If you want them to stick around, buy the games. Buy the games. And that's all I can say. Anyway, it's your girl, Miss K, and I'm out.